My name is Martin. I have been studying charisma and social skills for 3 years straight. I have a 1-year-old relationship with my girlfriend, and I would like to share with you how you can also get a girlfriend that has no stupid guy friends and she's not sleeping around in a bar. She's just a loyal and awesome girlfriend to you. So that's why this video is going to be split into 5 different categories: mindset, location, reality, go right now, and how to hold conversations for even up to 8 hours. So let's get into it. First and the most important thing that we all would like to talk about is the mindset. The mindset is one of the most important things because a lot of men put a girl on a pedestal or they don't give a shit about her. And let me tell you, usually the truth is somewhere in between. You need to care about your work. You need to be a man that is really strong on his mission, but on the other hand, you have to be able to listen to her, be able to be empathetic, and listen towards her ideas, and being able to understand her feelings. So if you combine these two hands together, you'll be able to get a very good relationship. And it all starts with a mindset change. The mindset change in this case that I'm going to be talking about is the set boundaries. Only men that set boundaries will be able to find high quality women. Because let me tell you what will happen if you will not find boundaries. The man that doesn't have boundaries and that doesn't have standards will eventually get into a relationship that he hates, or he will never get into a relationship because he doesn't have proper levels for his own thinking. When you are a man and you're trying to get a girlfriend, you need to know which type of girl you want. If I see a girl in a gym that is dressed in this very revealing, very bad way, that is my own value, and I'm gonna say no. I'm not gonna even speak up to her. Maybe she's hot, maybe she's 10 out of 10, but that is my honest core value. I don't appreciate the personality of girls that just have these very skinny elastic jeans on them and their ass is displayed to every single guy in the gym. I'm not into that, to be honest. Your own boundaries might be something. Maybe you like white girls, maybe you like blonde girls, maybe you like girls that don't show a lot of body like myself. If you are one of these guys, I would highly recommend to you pick up a paper and write these things down just for you to know. Maybe you want your girl to be really religious and you want your girl to believe in God. And after all of these things are met, you get your perfect avatar of a girl. I would not recommend to go extremely crazy. I want her voice to be this high pitched and this melody, and I want her to have this exact hairstyle. I would recommend for you to just go in these personality traits. Does she show her skin way too often? Does she have male friends? If these things repel you, write them down, and these things, when a girl will have them, not happening. The relationship is not happening. A lot of guys might be now asking, but won't I miss on some of the girls? Exactly. That's the complete point. If you want to have a high quality relationship, you have to choose with intention. If you want to please every single girl, at the end you are gonna please no one. We have all heard this quote. So why are you trying to please all the girls out there, even the 10 out of 10s who are just showing off their butt on Instagram, if you don't even like that quality about them? So just write your standards down on a paper and think, would I want my wife to have male friends? Probably not. And let me tell you a story how I got my girlfriend. Because every single girl in my gym is wearing these very tight, stupid... I don't even want to say this shit. Because it's so erotic, I don't like this shit. And suddenly this one special girl came up into the gym with a baggy clothes. She was wearing nothing sexual whatsoever. 95% of her skin was just completely covered. And that's when I realized, whoa, that might be some hot ass right there. And I realized, whoa, that's my high quality wife right there. I came up to her, and guess what happened? Now we are 1 year together because I set boundaries for myself. I was not going to some of these girls that were showing a lot of skin in the gym because that's just annoying. I was not trying to go for the girls that were vaping and doing drugs because I don't consider that attractive. So your boundaries will set you up for either a really good relationship or a really bad one. If you will list that I want in a girl a lot of male friends, that's about to increase the chance of her cheating on you. If you gonna write I want my girl to vape, that's gonna increase the chance of her getting lung cancer. If you will write I want my girl to reveal more skin to other people, there is a higher chance, again, that she's gonna cheat on you. So just give it some thought. If you will write, I want my girl to believe in God, great. Much less chance than she's gonna cheat on you. If you're gonna try to please every single girl out there, eventually, my man, you are not gonna get even a single one because you are just trying to be so nice. Go for a girl that you know is gonna have the perfect personality for you. And I'm gonna give you a one little bit of advice. If you are in a relationship with a girl and the girl is doing some bad habit that you don't really like, call it out. You are the man, you are the assertive type. Call it out and tell her, listen, I don't really like this, can we talk about this? If you do it like that, that girl will either do two things. If she really loves you and if she's really into you and if she has this open-minded mindset, she will try to change. And that is a one way to get a better relationship. But on the other hand, if she says, oh, you're just being controlling, manipulative, you're just being that and that and that, that is the time for you to leave that relationship. Because you are not being controlling or manipulative, you're just having standards. You just want her to improve her life. What is wrong with that? So if you just will leave the relationship after she will tell you are being manipulative, leave that relationship, that girl is not for you. But I don't want to tell guys to be, oh, we have to set standards, because also there will be girls who will have standards. So if you come up to a girl that is your type, but she will say, no, I don't want to go into a relationship with you, that's okay. We're not in this world to be trying to be compatible with everyone. The point of the first date is to know if you vibe with the other person, if you have that chemistry together. So that's the point of the first date. Don't forget that. Now let's go to location. If you will write all of these things down, now, where do we exactly find these girls? Probably not in the gym. Because if you really want a high quality girlfriend, gym is not the best place for you, my man. They are just these stupid, very retarded girls there, in my opinion. Every single time I had a conversation with one of these girls, they were so bitchy. I cannot even phrase this properly. There is something wrong with them, in my opinion. Listen, if your boundary is that you want a girl like that, 100%. And also, I'm gonna come back to boundaries. If you want her to also have her virginity, that is also a great boundary that you can set. If you don't want her to have divorced parents, awesome, a great boundary to set. I believe that the guys who are watching this video don't want a girl that is gonna show off all of her skin. If you want to find a girl, either be in the gym and do what I have just done. Wait there, just go there for your workout, and if you see a girl that has almost no makeup on her, she's beautiful with no she's beautiful with no makeup on her, and her clothes are hiding all of her body shaped parts and she's not showing no skin whatsoever, wait for that girl. If you're gonna see a girl with a baggy clothes, a lot of men are gonna say that, oh, she's ugly. We don't listen to the normal people these days, because normal people vape, watch porn, and masturbate every single day. So probably don't take advice from people that lost every single relationship that they ever had. But yeah, the location is the most important one. If you write down you want her to go to the church, you'll probably find her in the church or inside a very religious community. If you want your girl to be fit, maybe the gym is the good idea. I found my girl in the gym, but it was super rare. It was super rare. Maybe you can try yoga classes. Yoga classes are much less filled with these girls that go up and they, oh, look at my ass, guys. They start to take pictures of their ass. Because I think yoga classes are more filled with these very spiritual women, or with these women who have a better feminine energy. So if you want to locate a really good girl, look, where is the good girls located? Because a lot of men are really autistic. They go into a mall where everyone vapes and everybody is putting nicotine pouches like this. They get split up with a girl because she was not the right fit for you, man. And I want you to spare of that feeling. So write it down where the girl will be located. Maybe it's gonna be gym, maybe it's gonna be yoga classes, maybe it's gonna be church. After all these things, you will most likely find the best girl for you. Now, after you have already gotten the boundaries, after you know where the girl is, what do you do when you will see her? You'll probably be really scared, right? Actually, let me give you a really good mindset that is gonna help you a lot. We men have a different preferences in our lives. I have this one friend at the gym and he likes a completely different type of girl than I like. I know that men who like blonde girls, and then I know men who like brunettes. I know that men who like black girls. I know a lot of different types. So remember, every single man's 10 might be your 6. And this is when we can use this mindset to our advantage. When you see some girl, for some men, that girl might be 7, but if it is your exact same type, she might be a 10. If another guy came up to her without his heart beat increasing even by a single beat per minute. So that's why you have to realize that a lot of men have different preferences. If you see that beautiful, you're beautiful, 10 out of 10, also hands down goddess, some other men might feel like, oh, she's mid, she's like 5 out of 10. Because you cannot listen to these negative thoughts, oh, it's gonna be scary, what if she says no? But what if she says yes? And the most important thing, when I approached my girl for the first time, I didn't try to go exactly for her Instagram. Because that's retarded in my opinion. I don't fucking like that shit. A high quality girl would appreciate if you would have a genuine conversation with her. And that's what I had with my girl. I was laughing with her at the gym. I was not trying to get her Instagram right off the bat. I knew my girl for 2 months before I got her Instagram. Take that. And you might be, oh, I want it now. Dude, relationship and trust take time. So just give that girl you really want some time and see if she has this feminine body language towards you. See if she cares. And then you can immediately see if she has a crush on you or if she is not really that interested. This really happened to all of us when our friend were trying to get that one girl's Instagram and you were like, bro, she's like a 7, bro. So remember, every single man has different preferences. So if you don't come up to her now, some other guy might take her and then take her virginity and then just left her on the street because she was not that hot. You are there to save her. You are there to make her life better. You are not there to get some pussy. You're not there to fuck her. You're there to make her life better. You are trying to make her life better, not trying to get her pussy, not trying to lose virginity, this disgusting shit. You're trying to see if there is that chemistry between you two. And if you can make that happen, oh my god, go for that girl right now. Now I have realized one very more important thing that I would like to add. This is a bonus for you all who got this far. Go for a girl that has a crush on you. If a girl has a crush on you, your success rate is 100% of the times. There is just, you cannot lose because that girl already likes you. How do you know if a girl really likes you? She will respond very quickly to your messages on Instagram. She will have a very feminine body language when she's gonna be with you. She's gonna want to hold eye contact with you for much longer. She doesn't respond with these one-liners like, what are you doing? TV, can we go out today? No. These stupid one-liners. She's continuing the conversation further. What are you doing? Oh, today I have been doing this and this and this and this. And she just sends you this paragraphs of messages. So that's how you will know that a girl has a crush on you. But a girl that has a crush on you has some different standards than you. The good part is that if you get into a relationship with a girl that has a crush on you, she already likes you and is very open to your ideas. So that's where you can influence her. I'm not telling you to influence her into doing some drugs, some vaping, some of this disgusting shit. No. I'm telling you, if she maybe not really into God or into church, you can just occasionally mention to her that you really like Jesus and you really appreciate Christianity. If you do that, oh my god, after some time, she'll give it some thought and be like, maybe I can start going into church with him. But again, if she says, you're just being controlling, you're just being manipulative, then it's time to fuck her off because you know that that girl is never gonna become your number one princess because she has a very closed mindset. And she thinks that, oh, it's everyone else's fault, not mine. You are being controlling, you are being manipulative. But most of the time, if she has a crush on you, perfect time to influence her into doing something good with her life. Because we men are not supposed to be here to get her virginity and fuck her. Yes, that's also a part of a loving relationship, but we want to exchange value. If she can bring us happiness and fulfillment into our lives, we can also do the same thing for her. So if we can bring more girls to God, or we can make them do some very nice and good habits, get them to the gym, get them to exercise, get them to stop smoking, stop scrolling, these things will help our spouses in such a great way. If a girl has a crush on you, take her 100%. That is my honest opinion. Take her 100%. Then there are only two ways that this can go. If you realize that she has all the, oh, maybe three. If you realize that she has all the boundaries and all of the standards that you set up for her, great. Perfect. Wife quality material. Then there are two left. Maybe she doesn't have all of them. Maybe she has some. But she has an open-ended mind. And this is where you can influence her. This might be also a very high quality material girl. And finally, the last thing, she just has a close mind. She's telling you that you are being controlling, manipulative. Time to fuck her off and tell her, shut the fuck up, get out of my life. After you got the boundaries, the location, you got the girl's Instagram, you know who she is, it's time to go on a first date. And what I have been doing on my first date with my girl, I was talking 15% of the times. Probably 80 to 85% of the talking came from her. And I loved it because I could get to know her much better. And this is the exact same thing that I recommend to every single one of you. Go on your first date and you have to only talk when two things will arise. First, I will add a third one. First of all, you are a man, so you should set the time and the location. The location should benefit you. The location should be somewhere from your childhood. That is a perfect way how you can make a great first impression with a girl, because you have all those stories to tell. You feel comfortable on that street that you were growing up on. So you know exactly where to take her, what are some fun activities, where are some playgrounds. You can take her whenever you want because you feel comfortable there. And you can be like her guide and telling her, this is the school that I was going into. Here me and the boys started playing when we were 6 years old, and this is my favorite restaurant. So you have the leverage in this situation. Set up a date and tell her we're gonna meet at this time here, because that's very hot when a man does that. Women absolutely love when the man takes the initiative. So don't be scared. You will win her heart over almost immediately because you know what you stand for. We're going here and here. Extremely attractive. Those two things that I was originally talking about. When you have the location and the time, now when you meet up, what are you talking about? You should ask questions. Not in this interview way. What is your favorite color? Green. What is your favorite music? Rock. What is your... That's boring. We need to be able to flow the conversation. It's yes and. I don't want to go more deep inside the conversation because there are millions of different tactics that you can use in the conversation. I'm just gonna spare you all my yapping. And if you want to watch some videos about conversation skills, you can look at other videos on my channel. But now let's go to something much more simple. You will only talk if you are asking her a question or you will be telling a story. Let's go for the first one. The question will look something like, oh, have you been here? She will answer something like, no, I have never been here. Do you like it here, by the way? Do you think this is an interesting place? You will say yes or no, but you also add the word and. Yes and. Yes, and this happened. No, I don't really like this, but I like this. This will make you a brilliant conversationalist, and there are much more advanced strategies that you can also use, but for this video, I'll just keep it short and brief. So you need to say yes and. A lot of people use the Ford method, or how is it called? I don't really like this method. I just like to flow inside the conversation. And I really like to talk about the dreams, the hobbies. In the Ford method, you have the family. It's just so boring. What are you gonna ask her? How many siblings do you have? That's just so boring. So boring. Don't ask that shit. It's just boring. Make fun. Make fun. And also, I realized one very important thing. If you are taking her on a date, make a path. Make a path where you guys are gonna go, so you will hit all those great spots. I mean it like this. I, with my girl, met on a bus stop. Very romantic, I know. Then we went into this central hall. There was a lot of markets there, a lot of people, a lot of kids going on their bikes. Very fun atmosphere. I was telling her some stories there. Then we went that way, and then we stopped on this calisthenics playground where you can do pull-ups and where you can do dips, where you can do abs, and we played a little bit there. And that shows that you have everything planned. That is so attractive because we are going here, then we here, and then we here and we here. That shows that you have leverage, and it's super attractive. So if you also can do that, time, location, and then plan everything where you're gonna go together. Extremely attractive, and it gives you that leverage that you know where you're gonna go, so you can prepare and maybe think, oh, when are we gonna be at this playground, I can tell this story. Don't overthink it, don't be fucking all this thing. When are we gonna make this type of don't be all this thing. Just pick that one playground and tell her, oh, this happened to me when I was 6. And that's gonna deepen the connection because she now knows your stories. Back to the conversations though, you have to say yes and blah, blah, blah. Don't say this one word answer, this stupid wake garbage shit. But now, let's move to stories. Stories are very great because they deepen the connections. I have a video about storytelling on my channel. If you want to watch it, I will link it in the description. But now, I will just give you, again, a very simple thing when it comes to storytelling. Take her through your entire plan where you will go together, and at every single place, maybe that was your school, maybe that was the playground that you played on when you were 6, tell a story from there. And even better, you should make the plan based on your stories. So if you know that you have some very cool story there, go there, because that's the time when you can tell that story. Honestly, there are so many things when it comes to storytelling. There is plot twist, there is vocabulary, there is melody, there is speech, there is playing characters, so many things. But for now on, I would just say, keep it to the point. Start with a great hook, something like, I'm gonna tell you one of the most insane stories that has happened here. And then it's a great hook that you can use that. Then use plot twist. Then we were at the hall, and then suddenly this huge kid showed up and he started beating this little kid. Something like that. Use plot twist. And finally, end it on a character development. And that's when I realized that bullying is really wrong. Awesome story, and I have just come up with this on the spot. So you can see a great hook. This is one of the insane things that has happened to me. Plot twist, this one huge kid showed up. And finally, a lesson or a character development. Listen, and that's when I realized bullying is really bad. Simple, easy, you get empathy, and now she knows you even better. So use stories. But because you have gotten this far, I've created a special surprise method for you. If you want to become the most charismatic version of yourself in 6 months, I myself will take you through this 6-month-old program where I will make you the most charismatic version of yourself. You get access to a full community of people who are just like you, who want to improve their social skills and their charisma. You'll get access to me as your charisma and communication skills teacher, and we can hop on the weekly calls where we will talk about improving our relationships and our charisma. And finally, you'll get access to 30 plus hours of courses made by me about first impressions, speaking, conversations, listening, body language, persuasion, storytelling, leadership, millions of different things. So if you are interested in this 6-month-old period where you will become the most charismatic version of yourself, click the first link in the description. And also, if you want to know what is the most important trait when leveling up charisma, you should watch this video right here. Live a happy life.